Daddy Warbucks here, and today we are starting something new. We are playing a new series. Once again, it is the Descent into Avernus hardcover campaign. This is with a set of new players. These are people who have actually paid to participate in this campaign, and they have agreed to do this as a way to benefit our community and to supply funding to all the wonderful dungeon masters who organize games in our Discord. So it really is a great thing that is happening here, and I am very appreciative. If you are new to this channel, make sure you join us in the Discord. We are the largest online community for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition organized play, and we have a Dungeon Master reward system. We have as many as 3+ games a day going on, and if you want to participate, exclamation Discord in the chat, or it'll be in the link under the video in YouTube. Okay. Alrighty. So, before we actually get into the game itself, no, Sky, you're good. So before we get into the game itself, I wanted to kind of just give some information on Baldur's Gate, right? Because that's where the campaign takes place. And as all of you are residents of the Forgotten Realms, you probably are at least passingly familiar with Baldur's Gate. So just wanted to dive into that real briefly. So Baldur's Gate is a harbor town. Traders used to meet with ghostlighters that were here, and these ghostlighters, what they would do is they would kind of hide along the coast, and as ships were coming into harbor, their vision would be obscured by fog, and then they would shine these lights to make the fog-bound ships think that there was a lighthouse, that there was safety nearby, and when the ships would go to shore, they would rob them. They would kill everybody on board, and they would take anything and everything that they could. And because of this kind of operation that was set up, eventually these ghostlighters would establish a trading post where they would sell off all of their ill-gotten gains. And this place, this trading post where they would haul all these plundered goods, would eventually become the foundation for Baldur's Gate. It's in the years since Baldur's Gate has grown into a great walled city. It's often a very foggy area because it is so close to the water, but Baldur's Gate has a bit of a reputation. And that reputation is that on any given day, its streets will run red with blood. Blood from the people who are unfortunate enough to fall prey to the evil opportunists and the murderous individuals who populate this city. Many people come through here. Nobles, traders, pirates, assassins. It's seen as kind of a haven for the lawless. There are very few actual governing bodies within Baldur's Gate because, and even the government that does exist, it doesn't exist so much to protect the people as it does protect the wealthy that live and operate within the city. So
it's like everywhere else.
No, it's not like maybe in the real world. No, and not everywhere else in the realms. There are governing bodies and laws and consequences. If you go to Waterdeep and you murder someone, you can be jailed or fined or executed. In Baldur's Gate, it just depends on who you killed. You know, If it was just a squabble with some guy in a bar, they might not care so much. But if that guy you randomly killed in a bar worked for one of the patriarchs and you disrupted their business, now there might be a problem. So, Baldur's Gate.
Gotcha.
uh, Now, all of us are on our way to Baldur's Gate. For various reasons, right? We're not going to disclose yet because we haven't met yet. We don't know each other. But Baldur's Gate is known to be pretty much founded and run by a group of people called the Patriarchs. And the Patriarchs, these are families, the most noble houses, the most wealthy houses, and they basically, because of their wealth and influence, they get to set the rules to be whatever they want. And the Patriarchs pay a mercenary group called the Flaming Fist to act as the rule of law within the city. And now the Flaming Fist, they tend to be a group of mercenaries. They're fighters and paladins, but they are by no stretch of the imagination a good organization. Think of it more like stormtroopers or a hit squad. The Patriarchs pay them to keep order in the city so that their business can be conducted as usual. And so the Flaming Fist are certainly not a force to be reckoned with. I need a breath. That's a lot to say. Okay. So, you guys are, as I said earlier, are all headed towards Waterdeep for various reasons. Waterdeep. We're not Waterdeep. Baldur's Gate. That's way on the other side of the coast. You guys are headed to Baldur's Gate, and as you approach the city, all of you are approaching on the eastern side on what is called the Basilisk Gate. And
are we together?
No, you're all traveling independently.
Okay.
As you approach the Basilisk Gate, even from a far distance, you see it. There is a large group of people here, and they are all at the gates, and there is this cacophonous wail. They are crying and begging. They are trying to get into the city, and you see a large force of armed guards is preventing them from entering. This large group of people that is at the gate, they are wearing tattered and dirty clothing. They are obviously malnourished and hungry, and many of them have blood spattering their clothes, and some are even still sporting bandages and covering barely healed wounds. You could tell that this group trying to force its way into Baldur's Gate is in very sorry condition.
So they're not allowing people in free flow then?
They are not allowing people into the city, correct.
Gotcha.
As all of you independently make your way into this crowd, confused, trying to figure out what is going on. Let's check in one at a time. And when I call on you, I want you to kind of describe your character to the rest of the group, to the viewers, and then describe what you would be doing. So, and we're gonna start not with Azimus. I think they're AFK. Let's start with Constantine.
Okay, you see Constantine. He is a sort of late 20s human man, quite nicely dressed actually. It seems defense is not much of an issue for him. At the side of his belt, you see down just hanging a nice rapier. And to describe the actual look of him, he has long, slick black hair and sort of roguish eyes, you could say. and what he would be doing is generally taking a look around the crowd if there's perhaps a bit of opportunity about.
Okay, so you're just kind of taking everything in. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Talion.
Talion's a weary traveler. He's wearing a dark traveler's hat and duster. His trusty sidearms on his sides.
How you doing, guys?
Much like Constantine, his eyes would be darting back and forth, surveying the area, making sure to avoid those causing a little bit of rabble rousing. His goal is to slip into the gate without any notice.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna try and slip past the guards and make your way inside?
Well, do I see any? Do I see a fairly calm line of people trying to get in?
No, actually, you don't. As you make your way to the front of this throng of people, you can see that some of them are at the front of the line. They're right at the gate, and you see that the gate is closed shut. It's not open where you could just walk inside. And in front of it is this shield wall of heavily armored and armed guards. And when any of the refugees start getting too close, you could see them pulling out swords and hitting people with the broad end. Back up! Away with all of you!
Talion would stay back and keep an eye open.
Okay. Alright, is it Sumai?
Umahi, yes.
Yes. Good job.
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving open multiple long-term shorthand names, so we'll see how that all works out.
Okay.
So Sumahi is a standing as far away from the densest part of the crowd as possible. She clearly looks uncomfortable here, and is wearing a large dark green cloak with the hood down. There's a longbow, in it's just sort of strapped to her body, quiver of arrows, pack. She's clearly a traveler who has covered many, many roads. She does not look clean, and she is most definitely a half-orc, and looks mighty uncomfortable here, and is assessing the crowd and looking at the gate with a very tentative gaze.
Okay. Everybody's very apprehensive. I like it. I know.
Very. She does not look like she spends time in cities. Let's put it that way.
Look at the cover title. We're worried.
I see those letters up there.
There is that too.
That is a fair point.
All right. Hilaire?
Okay. Alaire is 6 foot tall and slim. He's got pale skin and pale blonde hair down to his shoulders. His ears are slightly pointed, and he's got steel blue eyes, and he's in his early 20s. He's wearing stud leather armor and a short cloak. They're kind of shabby looking. It looks like he's been walking on the road for a while. And he's got a staff that he's walking along using as a walking staff. But you can see that on his belt he has a hand axe and a dagger, so he's well armed. He's a pretty boy. He's an attractive man, but his demeanor is not. He does not smile at people very often. So Alaire strolls up to the crowd and sort of stays at the periphery, looking for somebody to ask what's going on. Someone he thinks isn't as hysterical to get inside. Is there anyone that he can ask?
Well, looking for someone who is trying to remain calm, you do see
Yeah.
someone. There is a young mother, and she is, standing still near the back of the crowd, and she has her hand outstretched, grabbing the hand of a young girl that's traveling with her. And you can see that the mother is very clearly frightened and tired. But as she looks down, she's maintaining her composure, to try and soothe the little girl.
Is, is this the time to I can start role playing or?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So I would stroll up to her and I would say very calmly, "What's going on here?"
I love you, Daddy Warbucks.
Hey, Ozzy Pone!
Exclamation
Thank
mark.
you for the
In
resub, man. Appreciate you. She looks at you and she kind of scans your face for a moment. Have you not heard?
No.
El Toro has fallen. That's where we're from. We've been traveling many days.
Fall into who?
She shakes her head as if trying to find the words. I don't know. Just one day it was there, and then now it's just a crater in the middle of the land. What could do such a thing?
Alara sighs condescendingly. Towns and villages just don't fall into a crater, man.
But it did. That's where we're from, all of us. El Toro is quite a distance away to travel on foot, but we had nowhere else to go. Everything we owned is gone. And we thought maybe Baldur's Gate would let us in, but it seems that there is too much animosity between their town and ours.
That is a poor situation. Tap my.
Are any of us in earshot distance of this?
Sure. The crowd is large, but all of you were just kind of approaching from various distances. If you want to be involved, you can be.
Well, only if it makes sense that we might have heard it.
Sure. There was one person said they were towards the front. Maybe they would be too far.
Gotcha.
So go ahead.
Excuse me. Did I hear you say a town fell into a crater?
Yes.
And you're saying they're not letting your folks through the gates because of a past quarrel?
Well, Baldur's Gate has a unique history, and whereas they tend to be very, well, I'll say it, they won't let any of us in. They are cruel and selfish. But El Toro was a beacon, a shining pinnacle on all of the land. We were kind and giving. We helped each other in times of need, and I don't know why they won't let us in.
Perhaps they'd take a more of a liking to somebody who came for business rather than refuge. I would try that angle.
I don't think it'll matter.
Perhaps not. I'll kind of step back and let her feel her emotions, think to herself.
Alara is rather dubious about the whole city falling into a crater thing.
Constantine will go up and approach after maybe just doing a little bit of eavesdropping off in the bit of
Sure.
a distance there. So I see that you were all looking for a way in here as well.
I
I don't suppose you've seen a little secret passage somewhere, perhaps to the side, maybe a little bit off.
can't say I have.
Just looking around, is it just literally the one gateway in? Is there no sort of
From where you are currently standing, yes. I'm going to take you to another map.
All right.
So, this is our city map of Baldur's Gate. You guys are currently at the Basilisk Gate here. So, you are on the outskirts of what is referred to as the Outer City. And the only ways into the city are through one of the gates. The next closest gate is, the map says 4,700 feet away.
All right. I think perhaps then if there, no, maybe a few, not light finger work, but a bit of persuasion on the guards help may grant entry.
Why don't you take a crack at that then? And I'm going to point to them the guards shoving people back with the butts of their swords.
As you point and gesture towards the gate, you can see that the violence is escalating. They're no longer content just to shove people back and hit them with the flat of their weapons. You see some of them are attacking with the intent of drawing blood, and the refugees are starting to shrink back in horror.
And the female refugee we were talking to, she's a mothered, right? You said she had a kid or something?
Yep.
Yeah, daughter.
Ma'am, I suggest you take a step back, and I'm going to try and lead them a little bit away from the crowd a little.
She nods and starts to take her child away. Before you guys approach the gate, let's check in with Azimus. Where would you be in all of this?
I would say that probably at this point, you would probably just kind of hear a voice yelling over the crowd like, "You bastards! Don't you see these people are in need? Why aren't you letting them in?" It's kind of like yelling over the voices of the crowd, trying to get a guard's attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
so
so the guards wouldn't notice you over the obviously the brutality and the sound, but the other party members would probably be able to hear you.
Yes. They would see the voice, if they looked, they would see about a 6 foot tall, very kind of like very covered in armor. You can see that he's just covered in medium scale mail. But instead of the typical kind of like fish scale design of scale mail, it's more designed to look like dragon scales in a sense. And it's all kind of got like a silver sheen to it. He's wearing a large circular shield on his left arm, with a symbol that I don't know if any of you recognize the symbol of Sarenrae, but it's that. And then he's holding a spear in the other hand, and he's wearing a helmet at the moment, so you cannot see his face. And
Sarenrae.
I'll post a picture of that
That Pathfinder.
real quick in the chat. So he's wearing a helmet, and he's just kind of like yelling over the crowd.
Fancy.
Very nice. Seeing the violence escalate, Constantine will back up a little bit, or is there some sort of little alleyway next to where all this violence is happening? No, I'm not looking for a way through right now, but I'm looking for like a little bit of a little bit.
The outer city, like you see, there's a loose collections of buildings and houses. You would be able to move away from the main crowd and kind of pull back.
It's not the case of pulling back, it's moving to the side and perhaps either wait until the guards approach close enough for him to maybe persuade his way in, if he doesn't get stabbed on sight.
Well, moving away, it sounds like you should just go talk to the guards.
Yeah, he's just waiting until the guards get close enough, basically. He doesn't want to approach if there's violence happening.
Well, see, and that's the thing. The guards don't move. They stay resolute, blocking the gate.
I thought you said that they were just moving up, but if that's the case, then
no. They stay in front of the gate, making sure that no one goes in or out, and then whenever the refugees get too close, they start beating them back.
All right. what he will do is take a little pouch and drop 2 gold coins inside of it, and just hold it in his hand as he goes approaching.
They raise their sword and level it at your chin. Hey, back! Nobody's going in.
Hang on now, my dear fellows. And he's just gonna just carefully drop the pouch down on the floor. Oh, I think you've dropped something there.
He
It'll be a
looks.
shame for anybody else to pick it up.
He looks at you confused for a minute, and then
Yeah, can I pick that up real quick?
Sure.
I'm not that close. I'm kidding.
All right. So he looks at you confused for a minute, and he, with one hand still pointing the sword at you, he reaches out with the other, keeping his eyes locked on you, snatches up the pouch and looks inside. He takes it and he stuffs it in his pocket.
So, may I enter?
No.
Well, damn you, sir.
He
What is your going rate then?
My going rate. I am under orders. No one in or out. But and he points to you and in your attire. He's like, "You're no refugee.
Clearly not.
What business do you have in Baldur's Gate?"
Oh, a little bit of trade here and there, I suppose.
Trade.
Trade, yes. There's a few. I believe it is a fishing boat out in the harbour that I was looking at buying.
You an adventurer?
You could call me that, yes.
Captain Zodge is looking for strong men. If you're interested, you can go talk to him. He's down that way. And he gestures off to the south. Long hair, eye patch.
Well, if that's all I needed to get in, I think I would have done that about 15 minutes ago, man. You just casually walk on past.
Were any of the other party members accompanying him up to the gate or within earshot?
Well, Alair would like to try to get his way through if I could talk to the guard.
Sure.
Okay, I'll stroll up to them, just basically putting on airs, and I'll say, "Move aside."
Who are you to command the flaming fist?
I'm not commanding you to do anything. I've been contracted by. Is there an adventurers guild that everybody knows about? Some sort of organization that I can falsely claim that I'm a part of?
No, I don't think they're in established lore. There would be. I think the closest thing is like the Force Grey, but that's again on the opposite side of the of the coast.
Okay, I have been contracted to come and work as a mercenary in Baldur's Gate.
Mercenary.
And yes, I am required to enter the city.
Go speak to Captain Zodge. Only way people are being admitted at this point.
Who is Zodge and where is he?
South. Ponytail. Eye patch.
All right. Well, I'll go in that direction.
I'd say that seeing like 2 different people talk to the guard and kind of be let through, Azimus gets a little curious and approaches.
We weren't actually let through, right? This is outside the walls.
Yeah, you're still outside the wall.
Yeah.
Oh. Gotcha.
I'm gonna lean
I
into
don't know who Azimus is.
the mother.
Aha! That's the paladin.
Listen, ma'am, I may have a plan to get us inside, but you're gonna have to keep quiet and just trust me.
Oh, okay.
Come with me, and I'm gonna lead her and her son kind of up to the gate, trying to stay out of any of the really rough crowd.
Come on, Jenny. This nice man said he's gonna get us in.
I'm sorry, it was daughter, huh? Not son.
Mama, why does he call
Put
me
your-
a boy?
Why should you call me a boy? Push it up to the guard. Excuse us. I'm escorting these lovely folks back into Gray Harbor. I'm paid by her husband, nobleman, works in the harbor himself.
Name.
Mine? Italian.
The nobleman.
So real quick, the Gray Harbor, like the city landmarks in the knowledge in the Gazetteer that you gave us, is that pretty common knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay. So might I know
Go ahead.
any of the might that have heard of any of the nobles' names there? Can I pull one out of my pocket?
Was it
Even though it's
included in the
live.
Gazetteer?
There is one or two included in the Gazetteer, yes.
Okay. Meaning I don't remember them.
It's under the Gray Harbor section of the Gazetteer. But if I might not know that name, not being from here, absolutely, I'll just wing it. But
It doesn't matter. It's gonna be the end result anyway. So just make something up.
Harbor Master Darius Kellenoth, he works for her, or she works for him.
He looks down at the woman and child, kind of sneers. They look like Eltugardians.
Well, I assure you they're not. The little one here ran outside the gates, and I was paid to go fetch
Hey,
him.
Larry.
You can understand why the mother would want to come along.
Mama, he did
We
it
got into
again.
a little bit of a dust. We got into a little bit of a dust up with these rabble rousers here, and I gesture to the rest of the crowd. Look, we'll be out of the way. It'll mean no harm whatsoever. If there's a quieter interest you want us to go in, I understand. But I don't trust all these. And I lean in closer. Refugees. We'd like to be out of the way if that's all the same to you.
He looks to them, and he looks to you. And you say they're not from Eltugard?
Well, they may look that way, but do I look that way?
Right. He narrows his eyes. You can see that he doesn't exactly believe you, but he's doubting whether or not it could be true. I need you to make a deception check, contested by his insight.
God. Here we go. First roll of the game, guys.
One it is.
Good luck, Anna.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well.
Shiny.
Second roll
That
of
is-
game, guys.
If ever there was a kiss of death, you just made it.
So this guard looks at you. He looks at the woman and child. He puts his hands on his knees and he gets down to eye level with the little girl. And he's like, "Is the man telling the truth?" And the little girl, she just right in front of him. "Mama, should I lie?" and then he starts nodding his head. Yeah, that's all I needed to hear.
I'm gonna quickly step in between the guard and the mother and daughter. Well, it seems Lady Luck is not shining in my favor today. We'll be leaving now, and I'm gonna quickly kind of push them backwards.
Hold on, you. I'd like to give you a choice.
Right, that sounds good. I'm gonna keep kind of nudging them back, but I will stay and listen to him.
I see your weapons there. And he points at your belt.
Yep.
As it were, we're short-handed, having to deal with all of this. And he gestures towards the crowd. You can go. Talk to Captain Zaj. Maybe he has use for you. And if not, I'll throw you in the gulag.
Captain's eye. Sounds like a nice gentleman. Point me in the right direction.
South, ponytail, eye patch.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna go to turn towards them, and I'm gonna look at the mother and daughter, and I'm gonna hand them the full pouch of 10 gold that I have, and tell her to get him out of here. This isn't a place she wants to seek refuge anyway.
Probably right. All right. Is that 3 or 4? I lost count.
3. 3, I believe.
I'd say that after some time passes, Asimus eventually goes and talks to the guard that he's seen those few people talk to.
They gotta do it one by one.
He kind of just strides up and he says, "What's going on here? Why are these people being blocked out?"
Because they're from Eltegard. They are enemies of the state. And after the cataclysm that they had surely brought upon themselves, we cannot trust to allow them into Baldur's Gate, where word says they will plot to overthrow our city as well. None of the Eltegardians will be coming in on this day, or on any other following, until I receive new orders.
Am I to understand that this hatred runs pretty deep? Is there nothing to be done?
Not unless you can fix whatever happened to Eltegard. We will take no chances with our citizenry.
Well, I need to get into this city. Is there no other way?
Depends on how useful you are.
I can handle myself.
Oh? And what does that mean?
Well, he kind of like lifts up the large shield and the spear and shows him the scimitar hanging from his side, and he's like,
Scimitar.
"You tell me."
He nods. Alright. Well, we do need strong men and women. If you head to Captain Zaj, you earn your way through the city gates.
If that's what I must do, then so be it. Where can I find him?
Off to the south. There's a tent. Can't miss him. Ponytail. Eye patch.
Got it. And he walks towards that direction.
Alright. Anyone else?
How many have now started walking south? Just
It's 4.
I think
get a
it's
sense.
4 or 5 of us. 4 of the 5.
Yep.
yes.
Probably like spread out by a minute or two.
It's kind of what I thought. Good. Okay. Sumahi has actually been about 20 feet away from all of these various interactions, sort of listening at the very, very periphery, kind of back beyond the crowds, and having heard "Go south if you want to get in, go south if you want to get in." She just sort of turns south and starts going that direction without
Excellent.
interacting with a single guard the entire time.
So as you guys head to this tent where Captain Zaj is supposed to be, you're all stopped by Flaming Fist. Zaj is busy. Wait here. And as you are all kind of walking staggered, you find yourselves kind of grouped up for a moment waiting outside his tent.
Recognizing Alaire, who was also talking to that woman. Afternoon.
Afternoon. What's your name?
Italian. You?
Hilaire.
Good day, Alaire.
I like those devices at your belt. What are those?
Oh, these. And I'm going to kind of give him a tender pat. Pieces of junk, if you ask me. I just linked in the Discord a picture of Lady in Luck.
Ooh.
Yeah, trust me, if I could get rid of them, I would.
They seem very elaborate. What do they do?
Really?
They function as sort of a ranged weapon.
Welcome back.
Tell you the truth, they jam up on me just as much as I use.
Are they magical?
They're not, and I kind of BS a little bit on that one. I don't sound entirely sincere about that. They're not magical, so to say.
They're
Science.
They get the job done. Unfortunately.
So you were turned away from the guards as well?
Yep. As
I
I
suppose
imagine,
we all were.
as I imagine all of you were.
Can you believe that they do not take bribes?
They don't fall for lies too easy either.
No, I tried to lie my way in as well, and it didn't work out so well. They did take that bag I saw you lay on the ground. I'll turn to the bard.
Yeah, that was my little bit of attempt, but clearly their tastes are a little too fine for my likings.
You're not the only one short gold today, my friend.
I propose a strategy here. If we all pretend to be of the same group, mercenary group, and offer our services to Baldur's Gate, perhaps they would all let us all in at once.
Well, that's not a far cry from my line of work. I'm in.
Suppose I could pally up for a while. If it gets me in the city, at least, anyways.
Alaire will turn to Azimus. What say you, Fancy Pants?
I like it. I think it could work.
So, a moment after this, one of the guards turns around. Zaj will see you now.
Ooh, Zaj will see us now. I mutter that, by the way.
Very important on this side.
Alaire gives you a little smirk.
So you walk into the tent, and you see another man in the garb of the Flaming Fist. He has his jet black hair pulled back into a ponytail. He has an eye patch that covers his right eye, and a scar that wraps from his upper lip across his nose and eye and around his skull. And he's currently tapping tobacco into a pipe. He looks up at you, 5. So, you wish to enter the city, is that right?
Yes.
That'd be the general idea, yeah.
So it seems.
He walks up to Azimus, and he kind of stands uncomfortably close. You can feel his breath on your face as he stares you right in your eyes. He takes a step over, looks at Constantine, reaches out and grabs you around the bicep and gives you a squeeze. Hard.
I'm not the meatiest one, but I don't take too kindly to manhandling.
So what service do you think you'll be to Baldur's Gate?
I can
Is
do a
he
few things.
asking us as a group or
As a group. He's talking to all of you.
We're mercenaries. And it appears you need more.
Aye, the coin dictates the job. Pay well enough and we'll get whatever you need done.
Coin? He kind of steps back and he makes a gesture with his hand. It looks like almost like a religious gesture, one that you would see in like a prayer or a ritual. But as he does it, he begins to talk, and it's very clear from his tone. It's a very mocking, almost sacrilegious gesture. I, Captain Zaj, by the powers invested in me by the great city of Baldur's Gate, hereby proclaim you to be Flaming Fist. You will now act upon my authority and command, and if you disobey me, you will be summarily executed at dawn.
Well, that's one way to get to work for you.
I'm gonna lean over to a lair again. Is this what you had in mind?
Not exactly.
Well,
Death is a punishment for disobeying an order? It's a bit harsh.
And how
We're
are we
in it now.
compensated?
Well, as it were, the things that I require shouldn't take too much of your time. Complete the job. I'll free you of your civic responsibility, and I'll even give you some coin. But as you see,
valor.
we're in a bit of a pickle. Words are hard. We're in a bit of a pickle. You see, the leader of the Flaming Fist, Older Ravengard, was in El Toro when it fell. We are certain that it was a deliberate attack on our leader, and that is why we refuse to let any of them in. We can't afford to have something so terrible happen to my beloved city. So, we have men at all the gates. We are blocking refugees from entering for fear of reprisal. And that leaves our forces a little thin.
So you're telling me the story of the city falling into a crater is actually true?
Yes, of course.
I'll give the rest of the group sort of a disbelieving look. Does that happen often around here?
Never that I've ever heard of. It's quite remarkable, honestly. It's almost gathers and demands one's respect. What spellcraft, what machination would be so powerful as to obliterate a city instantly, no less?
Sure it ain't a sinkhole.
Well,
One that encompasses an entire city?
That was a joke there.
Oh, right on. Yes.
All right, as long as the coin is good, you can cling to whatever story you like.
What's the
take it.
job?
I
So
take it
what
there's
is
not much
this
coin.
job?
What's the job, you say? Well, things
It's the
have
first
been
thing that she said, by the way.
right.
Standing in the back, haughty teenager.
He's like, well, the refugee crisis has stoked fears that Baldur's Gate might suffer the same fate as El Toro, of which nothing remains but a hole in the ground. And the Knights of Eltergard call themselves Hellriders. Few of them escape the destruction and think we're somehow to blame. What a bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers, I would say. We're arresting them on sight, but they are quite powerful opponents. It's left our forces even more diminished than it was already with us manning the gates. And to make matters even worse, there's another problem. And one that I simply don't have the manpower to attend to.
And that is?
Well, Baldur's Gate has a long and storied history. We've always been plagued by followers of the Dead Three. The gods Bane, Baal, and Merkel. Lords of death, murder, and the undead. I thought we had wiped them out years ago, but apparently not. These purveyors of destruction and death are taking advantage of the current crisis and the panic setting in the city, and they have been committing murdering sprees. The death toll is quite large, and my forces have been unsuccessful in putting an end to this. So, now as my appointed deputies in this matter, you'll have license to kill these wretches on sight. Find their lair, wipe it out, leave no survivors, destroy every stone, do what you have to. You have full authority to act in my name. Don't worry about collateral damage or loss of life. I care not about anything except the end to these wretched cults.
Zaj, you must be very fun at parties.
The best.
That was deep sarcasm.
This all sounds peachy. At least the job comes with the title. I like the sound of Deputy Italian. Deputy Claiborne.
Well, if you do what I say, I'll also see that you're compensated. If Baldur's Gate is nothing else, we are wealthy. And I will see that you receive 200 gold pieces each. And in addition, if nothing else, you will have my gratitude, which is probably far more valuable than the coin.
Oh, very much more valuable.
You're right,
So
Dodge. That's the true price.
Just on a little bit of a side note there. Mr. Zodge, I had a little scuffle with a couple of your guys back there, and I'm down a couple of gold pieces. I don't suppose I could be recompensed in any sort of way.
Sure. After the job is finished and you collect your coin.
Alright, fair enough.
Sorry.
Well, I'm down some coin too. So let's get the job done quick, shall we?
All right.
Good to me.
Well, I have a lead for you to follow.
That's what yeah.
All right. A few blocks from here, inside the Basilisk Gate, there is a small tavern. It's called Elf Song. There's a spy who resides there, named Tarina. She gathers rumors for the local guild. She owes me a favor, so tell her you work for me. And show her these. And he holds out, they're like small golden shields with the emblem of the flaming fist on them.
I'll take them. Alaire will.
Ask her what she knows of the Dead Three, and, for the love of everything holy, make sure you be nice. She is a valuable asset, and she has dangerous friends.
I'm gonna point to the emblem. Is that a badge?
That is a badge of the Flaming Fist. Wear it, and, if anyone gives you a hard time, show them that.
Larry, you want to hand me one of those?
I'll hand him one.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I'll get one of those as well.
I'll hand him out to all five of us.
Detective Deputy Italian Claiborne.
I think I'll leave the title.
Well, gentlemen, shall we? And lady?
I suppose we should.
Do we have a destination? Oh yes, the tavern. Sorry.
Back to the gate.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
And as you approach the gate, the guards, still, they put out their hands. Stop! No one enters!
Do I see the same guard as earlier?
Yep.
I'm gonna hold up the badge. Deputy Claiborne, coming through.
He throws up his hands in almost like a apologetic. So sorry, sir. You step right in.
One moment. Turning around, doing a quick scan. Do I see the mother and daughter?
Oh no.
This is not an Adventure League game. You do.
I'm gonna go over and pull them over. Come on. They're with me. They're with us. And I nod to the rest of the group.
I'll flash the guard.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing the same, but do I see the same one who Who took my bribe again, basically.
It's all the same guard. You all talk to the same dude.
Well, gonna
Rub it
flash. Again, gonna flash the bit of badge there. So, just for future reference, what is your going rate?
My going rate?
Yes, your going rate.
You best get going.
He gives you a weak smile and holds up all 10 fingers.
10 fingers it is.
I think he wants you to chop him off.
Not usually. That's I think that's a little thing we in the business call sign language.
Whose
Never
10
heard-
fingers are you supposed to give him?
I don't think it means fingers.
He looks at you humorlessly, shaking his head.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of fingers back there if I really want to get in. Well, actually, a lot of fingers back there. I get the feeling that have they chopped down a couple of people basically because they were swinging their swords.
You look around, you see that somehow they have not killed any of the refugees yet. But you do see that there are several corpses laying around. Probably people that have succumbed to hunger or from other wounds.
Yeah, just like there. If you wanted fingers, I'm sure half the town would be getting in and out whenever they wanted.
Why are we talking about fingers?
Currency it is. Thank you very much.
He holds up his hand to stop you. You may be the captain's favorite pet at the moment, but you're not us.
Pets, it's plural.
Hey, I'm just gonna say it. So long as I'm favorite, you can't touch me. Thank you very much.
Right.
And he's just gonna walk past.
Boys, shall we?
Yes.
I'm gonna pat him
Do
on
it.
the shoulder as we go by. We're all pets in Baldur's Gate, my friend.
Good line.
All right.
So-
Yes.
Assuming we're safe and in, I'm gonna tell the mother to go use the gold I gave her, change clothes, feed the little one, and keep her head out of any trouble, and leave at the sign of first trouble.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. You saved us.
Yeah, well, don't mention it. I'll continue
He's
on with
up
the
and
rest.
gently touches your face. If ever you need a place to stay, I don't know how, but I will find somewhere to live here, near the Basilisk Gate. I will look for you. I will repay all of you in any way that I can.
No need, ma'am.
You
Just
owe me
helping.
nothing.
That isn't necessary.
Please, just take care of the lass and stay safe.
She nods, grabs the little girl's hand, and starts to walk away.
Bye, Jenny. And I'll tilt my cap towards her.
Ian, do you really think you just helped her?
Not sure, but I did give her a choice, and I think that matters.
10
I
gold
think it
is
does.
far more than the other refugees have. She'll be better off.
I think I did a good thing, friend.
I think so as well. But for now, we got work to do.
Is that
Agreed.
what we do?
No.
LG place.
It's the
Tavern.
tavern right inside of the gate.
Yeah, he said a couple blocks down the road.
Oh.
Jenny.
And did he say what it was called? What?
The Elf Song Tavern.
All right. Well, shall we?
Absolutely.
I think we
We
should.
shall.
Towards the tavern.
Towards the tavern.
Making a note.
Actually, all this news about towns going missing. I once knew a chap who claimed that he robbed an entire town. Whether that's figuratively or literally, I could never tell, but he said it was literally.
I once heard of a town that sunk into the ground mysteriously. Can't tell if that's figuratively or literally.
I guess that is also literally as well, but if he managed to do it, be a nice bit of coin in it for everybody, would there?
Well, there would be. Well, now that we're all in over our heads and in the same boat, what brings you guys here?
Gallivanting in and about. There's a few old people that I believe may be in the city, may or not be. If I see them, they may not end. Very happy, let's just say that.
Right. And what about you folks?
Let's just say omens. Something.
Something about
Omens.
almonds?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll learn a little bit more about me as we go along. But I have some pretty vivid dreams. Something I've kept seeing Baldur's Gate over and over and over and over. So there's something here.
Is it close to
I'm
Waterdeep?
guessing I was supposed to meet you.
They're both on the Sword Coast, but
The rest of you see Alair's
much further
eyes go wide open when Azuma says that. You too?
Yes. Do you experience the same?
Something like that. It's clear there's fear in his voice.
Well, hell in a handbasket. You're gonna make me wet my duster.
I'm sure I'll get to pick your brain a little more.
I always like men of superstition and rituals. It's always good luck to have a couple around.
Are you talking to Azimus? Are you the man of God? Then I take it, or woman of God?
I am a man. Oh, sorry. My
He doesn't. I think
He
he's got
actually-
face
Are you?
blindness.
He says-
No, yeah, sorry, I wanted to make sure. Just clarify.
Yeah. He apologizes and he takes off his helmet. Now you can actually see his face. He's kind of like mid-30s, kind of like golden bronze type skin, and like his irises are like just this radiant, like shiny gold color. And he's got like long blonde hair, and he takes his helmet off and he's like,
Do we know
yes.
what an Azamar is?
I've never seen one.
Well, I'll let you guys decide that. If you would know what an ASMR is.
And if you're standing about like 5-10 feet away from him, you can slightly feel like a tiny bit of warmth just kind of like emanating from him, like more than a normal human.
I'm gonna take my leather hat off and cross it over my heart and hold out a hand to shake you. And for the first time, my dusty brown hair falls to my shoulders, and kind of see I've got a unkempt, some unkempt facial hair and a little bit of a curly mustache.
Nice.
And I'll reach out to shake a hand. Nice to meet you.
I grasp his hand. You as well, friend.
Then I'll put my cap back on and.
As
imagine we're all doing
kind
this
of
one.
like ties his helmet to his backpack, so it kind of hangs there.
It's a beautiful helmet.
Thank you. It's gifted to me.
I don't recognize that craftsmanship.
It was once my father's.
Well, your father had an eye for elegance and beautiful touch of craftsmanship, I should say.
Thank you. I agree.
I'm a bit of a tinkerer myself, and I flash open my duster to reveal Lady in Luck.
What are those things?
I call him Lady in Luck after saying my father.
No, I mean, what are they?
Powder, a little bit of black powder, and a solid projectile. I haven't really figured out a name for him yet.
So like a hand crossbow.
Kinda. A little bit louder.
A little bit more explodey.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll get to see them in action soon enough.
God, I hope not.
By what this general's telling us, I think we will be.
I'm afraid you're right.
Almost as if on cue. As you walk down the main road here, you come upon the tavern on your right. And standing outside is a very large humanoid. Not quite the size of an orc, almost bigger, but obviously something else. He towers over the door into the tavern, and he stands with his arms crossed as he stares at all of you.
Good God.
Jiminy Christmas.
Now you
That's a
are
big
a big
boy.
man.
Hmm.
Is redefined ugly.
Who you call ugly?
Yeah, who you calling ugly? And I turn towards whoever said that.
That was a lair.
Lair.
Someone I saw on the street.
Yeah. Wasn't you my large friend?
Better not. Skooma, scratch, crush, kill. You behave.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I'm sure a giant intellect like you could tell that we would never do something like that.
He just crosses his arms and kind of props himself up on the side of the tavern. He's not interested in talking. And you can kind of tell it's probably because the thought involved in making sentences is a little much.
Mm-hmm. So he's not barring our way?
No. He's standing next to the door, not in front of
A
it.
bit of a bouncer.
I pull out the symbol that the general gave us to show it.
He looks at it and shrugs his shoulders. And?
We're here to see. Can you remind me of her name?
Tarina.
Tarina. We're here to see Tarina on behalf of General Zod.
Never heard of her.
Oh, well. I guess
Well,
you're
me
not
neither.
one I need to speak to then. And I kind of walk on past.
Yeah. I'll follow Azimus.
Excuse me there, big man Skuna. I don't suppose you'd like to go into the finer details of smashing and pillaging and, you know, your business. I'm actually quite interested.
My business. People go in elf song. Make mean. Schooner break kneecaps.
Constantine, I don't think you should delve too much deeper.
I actually like his style.
Boys, less talk. Let's move.
All right.
She's sort of shaking her head at the four very shiny, very standoutish gentlemen around her. You guys really are like amazingly shiny.
Gentlemen, you heard the lady.
All right.
When does Skuna join the party?
Azimus kind of just walks in, looks around.
Yeah, you can move your tokens on this map. As you enter, you can see on the inside of the door there is a suit of plate armor. It seems to be freestanding, and from inside of the suit there is this iridescent purplish haze. And as you turn and gaze towards it, the helmet of the armor turns and looks towards you.
Whoa.
That is fabulous.
Another fine bodyguard for this establishment, I guess.
Aye, they know how to protect themselves.
Something tells me Skuna's the deterrent, and this one here's the real bouncer.
Hey,
I wouldn't want to.
Can a lair use Arcana to try to figure out what that is?
sure. You don't even need to make a
I'll-
roll. Being
Okay.
being well versed in the arcane arts, you can recognize that it is a suit of animated armor. Although you're not sure what that means. Is the armor sentient? Or is it simply a puppet being controlled by someone else?
I'll relay that to the group.
Well, I've seen stranger things in my time.
You have?
That show doesn't come out for another couple million years.
Town falling into a giant chasm. Large one right out there telling us he'll break our kneecaps if we don't listen. And now we got a floating suit of armor, and I got these two things on my side. Whew. I say we roll with it.
Strange times we live in, indeed.
It is an interesting day.
This one here's eyes glow. Point to Azimuth.
Wait a minute.
Alrighty. I guess we should ask.
That's a fine idea. I'll ask myself.
While you, actually, if you're heading up there, I think I'll join you. I was gonna say you guys can ask around while I hang out a little bit. You know, just take the sights and etc. etc.
Of course.
Valera's going to stick with Talion.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yep. Looking around the tap room, you can see that there is a young man tending bar, while two other young human males take orders and deliver drinks and food to the various tables. You can see that flanking the entrance are the bouncers that you have already met. And you can see that inside the tavern, there are several tables populated with well-armed patrons. They huddle in chairs, drinking ale, eating food, laughing, talking, scowling. Several of them are, in the corner of the tavern. There's a couple that are actually, fighting and half in the process of knocking each other unconscious. And there is a wooden chest next to a couch that has a elderly man passed out on it near a fireplace, and there is a set of stairs that lead up into a second story.
Call out to the young man tending bar. You there? Perchance,
Yes?
do you have any the Northern Flamebeard's fire brandy?
I have piss water and some more piss water. You want some piss water?
That's my second favorite. That piss water will do.
All right.
I'll take one of those as well.
So will I.
All right. He pulls out some like wooden mugs and goes and taps the keg behind him to give you some very very clearly watered down ale.
I'm not sure if this is water flavored beer or beer flavored.
A little bit of both.
I would say that myself. So, yeah, how did the guy over there end up passed out? Clearly, he wasn't on this stuff.
Alan looks and shakes his head. I don't know. What business is it of yours?
Oh, no, I just thought you might have a little bit of stronger stuff, maybe.
Got a bout of arrogance for a young one.
I should note, Alan is an elderly man.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was a young man. My bad.
The young men that I described were the ones that were waiting the tables.
Gotcha. My bad.
Oh, good.
How much do we owe you for this water?
3 ales. That'd be call it a silver.
And I flashed the badge.
He looks at it. He looks at you. You a cop?
Deputy, as are my companions.
Ah,
We're here on business matters.
then you'll get the special law enforcement rate. 3 silver.
Yeah, as I was about to say, I'm not with these guys.
So wait a second. The three beers are 1 silver, and the special law enforcement rate 3 silver.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. I would never do something as foolish as impugn upon the Flaming Fist name. I always said 3 silver. You must be mistaken.
I'm gonna lazily point over to Azimus behind me at the table. Start a tap. My friend there is gonna pick up the bill.
Alaire looks very pleased by that.
Alan just shrugs his shoulders. It's all the same to me. If so 3 silver it is, and if you don't pay me, and she points at the door where Skuna has lowered their massive head into the frame and is glaring at you.
Yes, yes.
Talion just remembered he gave away his entire coin purse.
We're looking for someone. I'll say that to the bartender.
Oh yeah?
A person named Tarina. Do you know Tarina?
No. Who's that? Never heard of him.
Then you're no use to me. I'll just turn away from him.
I don't suppose a little bit of a greasing would help you on your way to finding out who she is, maybe.
Now, sir, I don't know what you would expect. If I could be so easily bought that a few coins could cause me to roll on a alleged patron of mine, I don't believe I would have any patrons remaining at all.
Listen, I'm not part of the police. The only reason I have this thing is because I was given it on threat of murder. That is my predicament. Currently in search of this lady, and, well, I couldn't care nonetheless if we found her or not, but I'd rather keep my life, you see.
That
and
sounds...
a few coins going greasing the way would maybe help you anyway.
That sounds very persuasive. Roll a persuasion check.
I will do.
Can I assist? Because I would like to add an intimidating line to that.
Go ahead. What would you like to say?
24.
Be that as may, old man, he is telling the truth. And even though we are working for Zed, he gave us express permission to turn over every stone, as I point my finger into the countertop roughly, to find who we need.
She looks at him and then back to you. You know, threats don't mean much to me when I have an ogre.
Oh, what about the persuasion?
Well, then she turns her attention away from you, Talion, and she says, he holds out her hand and makes a give me kind of gesture. You make a good argument.
I worked this system out earlier with a new guard friend that I met. Just use on your fingers how much I owe. Preferably one hand.
Just shut up and give me some coins.
Alright, here's a gold. And he'll pull out a gold from his pocket and hand it over.
This is nice, but maybe you should pay for your drinks as well?
Yeah, that's perfectly, honestly, that is absolutely fine on my part, and I'll give them too, like, a kind of bit of an evil glare eye.
I'll just nod to Constantine.
So then she takes your 9 silver, and then she kind of looks, and you said you wanted another round as well.
No, actually, I don't believe I said that.
I'll take another round, yeah.
Yeah, no, sure. If I'm here being all nice with my very around, and I'll hand her 3 gold pieces in total.
I put my hand on Constantine's shoulder. Well, if he's offering, yeah, I'll have another round. And I'll down the rest of the pit real quick.
While the boys make nice there, yeah. Is there anything else going on in the bar of note? Is there anyone paying particular attention to the gentleman, for example? They do stand out.
Not really, no. Most of the patrons are already engaged, either
In their own
with
thing.
with games or within combat, or Oh shit! I had a thing for this.
So, does my barter bring fruitful information?
She, after paying for your second round of drinks, she looks to you, and then he looks to you and scoops up all the coins into a pocket on his apron. Says, Tarina likes to hang out upstairs. Has a regular dice game. Should be up there now.
Sumahi immediately starts walking to the stairs. She's been waiting for that for the last few minutes and
As
isn't really in the mood for
follow.
chat. So
Right. If you chaps are heading up there, I'm gonna stay here because I got 2 drinks and I plan on enjoying.
Say there, barkeep. I heard you say dice game. Perchance is there a 3-dragon ante-table upstairs as well?
Possibly. It's not up to me who plays what. It's up to the patrons.
Loud and clear. Thank you again, and I'm sorry for being a bit of an ass, but I'm gonna walk off.
Alair is taking his beer with him upstairs.
Okay.
ooh,
Was there anybody who was not going? Was that Constantine?
He was staying downstairs just to drink his 2 beers and then he was gonna head back up.
Alrighty.
I
He's
think
gonna
Asmus,
head up.
Asmus is still down there too somewhere.
No,
Yeah.
I'm following.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Ian has somehow landed on somebody there.
Whoa. Excuse you.
There we go.
So, as you go up the stairs, you can see that lit lanterns hang from the rafters in this small windowless room. There are rugs that cover the wooden floor and help dampen the noise from drunken patrons gathered around 2 large tables, eating and playing games of Baldur's Bones.
Dice game?
Dice game. As the 4 of you walk up the stairs, a large female thug sitting at the head of the table turns around. Ah! More suckers!
Who you calling a sucker, sucker?
She levels her finger, but as she does, it kind of sways around. You can tell she's quite inebriated. So, have a seat.
I'm down. I'll go sit.
Yeah, I'm gonna strut over to the wall and kind of lean over against the wall and just kind of keep an eye out.
Precisely what I'm doing. I'm just in a different spot, but yes.
Asmus goes and sits facing the woman that just spoke.
So,
Alair's gonna stand against the wall with Talion.
A nod to Alair. A little bit of a friendship building so far.
Yep.
all right. The woman who spoke, she looks around. So the game is Baldur's Bones. Do you know how to play?
Never played before in my life.
Well, it is quite an experience. And if you plan to spend any time in the city, it's a game you should know. Because without it, your days in the taverns are going to be quite dull and boring. Okay.
Well,
There are 3 simple steps. Step 1, you pay the ante. And she reaches in and she pulls out 5 gold coins and sets it on the table.
all right. I do the same.
Step 2, you need a set of dice. If you don't have one, I
I
can.
kind of look around. Nope.
Yeah, I can loan you a pair.
All right.
Alaire leans over to Talion. You know he's going to lose all of that.
Probably. But our tab's paid for, and I clink my ale mug against yours and then take a swig.
All right.
You just hear eye glancing from downstairs.
I can feel the heat from downstairs. Constantine!
The next thing that you do is we all take turns rolling our 2 dice. After everybody has rolled, then we go one more round. You choose to either stand or you roll. Object is to get as close as you can to 21. But if you go over, you bust and you lose all your coins. Otherwise, after everyone has had their turn, the person with the highest wins.
Alrighty. Sounds easy enough.
Okay. So she picks up the dice, holds them in her hand. I will go first. Ooh, a 6.
I lean over to Alaire. Is 6 a good thing?
I don't know. He's trying to get to 21. So
Perhaps it's like golf.
The next person, a human commoner, going to roll. And then they turn to Azimus.
Well, here goes nothing. He kind of closes his eyes for a second as he shakes the dice, and then opens them and throws them on the table. Oof.
Ooh, bad luck, friend. And then another person, female, dressed in heavy armor, obvious weapons on her hip. She turns and picks up the dice. Rolls a 5. So, the dice come back to the woman at the end of the table, and she looks at the board and it's like, I will roll, and she rolls one more time. Total of 12. Next person. Ooh. They roll and have a total of 20.
Nice.
And then back to Azimus.
All right. 4.
Total of 9. And the last man gets a 9. And that is all. So the young man sitting on the west side of the table scoops up all the coins and starts bowing his head as he makes his way for the stairs.
Well, luck was not on my side.
Well, it's quite all right. As long as you have more coin, we can play another.
Actually, I had a question for you before we start.
For me?
Yes. We're actually here looking for Tarina. Do you know her?
When he says that out loud, I want to glance at everyone in the room. I want to look at everyone, see if there's any hint of a reaction.
Several people. The woman at the end of the table and the people who are onlooking, they all seem to kind of glance around nervously before the woman at the end of the table speaks. What business do you have with Tarina?
we don't mean her any harm.
Seeing that, I want to stroll over to this individual.
This is a young halfling who is quite inebriated. They sit in a couch on the wall and they kind of sway back and forth. And
Female?
no, it is a male. And
Okay.
when you look at him, you can see a distinct vomit trail on a portion of his shirt.
Then I'll make a nice little round around the room, watching people as they talk.
I say, we have business. We were sent by the general. And I hold up the badge.
The woman bandit who had been sitting next to you turns. General? What general?
Alaire will step up. I don't believe he was a general. He is a captain, I believe, in the guard.
Captain.
We don't mean Tarina any harm. We just want to speak with her.
So who are you working for?
This man is named
Zedge.
Zaj.
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 Zaj. And what is it that he said he wanted?
Do you want to take it away?
After doing a round, I return to my spot on the wall.
What's down as a specific group that's been causing trouble for him?
I see. So he wants information on the Dead Three, yes?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Well, I suppose I do owe Zaj a thing or two, but as much as I'd like to be all amicable, I'm afraid I can't.
And why is that?
Well, you see, I'm actually expecting someone soon. After I get done with this meeting with these former associates of mine, I'll be happy to give you everything that I have.
And you can't fill us in just a little bit before your associates get here?
Oh, come now. What kind of spy would I be if I gave away my leverage?
The kind that owes a favor
to Captain Zaj, not to you.
We're working for him.
That's kind of a gray area. But I don't see it as any reason why we can't be friends.
Of course we can be friends. I just want you to understand that we mean you no harm, nor any of your associates.
Oh, no.
All we want to know is about these Dead Three and their cults.
Yes, and I can't tell you. You see, when I say I have a meeting coming up, that is true, but it's not a meeting per se, as it is a group of bloodthirsty individuals beset on killing me. So, if you hang out and ensure that I survive this coming encounter, then sure, I'll tell you everything I know.
Sure, who's expected to kill you?
Oh, that's not important.
I believe it is important.
I believe it's not.
So I take it you're Tarina then?
Yes, I am Tarina.
Well, Tarina, why in the hell we wait here if you know somebody's coming to kill you?
Oh, because I invited them. Yeah, you see, I've been deliberately hanging out here and playing a lot of Baldur's Bones, winning a lot too. That way, word would spread that I was hanging out. And, well, I do believe the word has spread enough, as my former crewmates are coming to see me quite soon.
How many?
Oh, I have no possible way of knowing that.
guess?
Well, if we're going to defend you, the more information you give us, the better off you'll be defended.
But how could I possibly know?
Well,
Thank you,
got
Kilty.
another
Thank you
option.
very much.
Why don't you enlighten us with a little bit of information as a token of good faith? Give us reason to protect you. How do we know you're not lying?
You don't.
Then I suggest you start talking.
Now, just because I, in my profession, we deal with information. And I would very much like to know. I don't. What would you plan to do?
Nothing, as I said, we mean you no harm.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
you said
Alair
that.
said.
But he sounds somewhat menacing right now.
Nope. Just wondering if we should trust a word seller such as yourself.
Huh. Well, now wait a minute. I verify all my sources. My information is guaranteed accurate.
Mm-hmm. Your sources don't seem too accurate if you can't tell us of a potential number of individuals coming or any other detail. Nor will you work with us a little bit and give us a shred of proof that you are who you say you are and say you know.
The other woman at the end of the table kind of gestures. It's Tarina.
She gestured. Wait, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Come again?
She's pointing at the person you're talking with.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna lean over to Simai, who's close to me, and
Yeah.
I suggest you watch the stairs.
That's why I came back over. Why are we still here again?
I figured, and I'm gonna walk over and sit across from Tarina. Take a big swig of my piss water and set it back down. I'm sure it's almost empty now. Listen, Tarina, we're gonna help you and protect you. All I'm asking is a token of good faith.
What?
We don't know you. You don't know us.
Is my word not good enough for you?
Afraid not.
What do you need from me?
More information.
Clarity.
Clarity I
What
can
fancy
provide.
pants said.
Well, my real name is not Tarina. Although I've had so many names, I probably can't even accurately recall which one was my real one. For a time, they referred to me as Rhonda Thunderbell, and I was a pirate among the Uncivil Serpent, a ship that roamed from shore to shore, and at one point, Baldur's Gate was a home. Well, after just a teeny tiny mutiny and some loot that I stole from my fellow pirates, I fled, and they've been looking for me for years. I had heard that they had followed me to here, and I've been waiting for them, just seeking to finally settle an old score.
Ronda Rousey. Thunderbell, sorry.
So, now you have context. Can we proceed?
I
look-
see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Look to the others for guidance.
I suppose we should
I
defend.
just nod.
All right. Well, I know they'll be here before sunfall, but I don't know when. So in the meantime, she holds up her dice and kind of shakes them in her hand.
Nope. I turned to the other 3 strangers in the room. You know them?
Well, I've been playing dice with them this past 10 day, but no, not really.
All right. And I lean back towards Azimus, who's closest to me. How do we know we can trust them?
Don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Clearly.
I'm still keeping an eye on. Sure, necessarily what kind of situation we've gotten ourselves in quite yet.
DM, just downstairs. I just want to say one thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, miss, as he's just sitting there at the bar. I don't suppose you like a bit of music in here, do you?
I just
Brilliant.
don't
To cover the gunfire.
don't much care what you do.
Oh, boomsticks, just what we need.
Yeah, I'm not very well known, but I think I'm a bit of a accomplished player, I might add. Maybe brighten up this drab drear. Just suppose lighten the mood, maybe. Get a few drunks off their, let's say, layabouts and maybe a bit of dancing.
Ah! Trying to get them to move. Good luck.
It's more for my own enjoyment to see if they fall over afterwards.
You're more than welcome to do what you like.
And he's gonna go out and pull out his lute and start playing on it.
All right. Back upstairs. Would any of you like to do something?
I suggest we formulate a plan. Are there any other staircases up here?
Nope. Just the one.
Those windows that are facing what was the front where we came in, are those windows, I presume?
Downstairs? Yes.
Right, yeah, these right here.
No, those are doors. There are no windows in this room.
Ah, there are
Those
doors.
are all doors.
Yes.
Interesting.
Pardon my French.
Tarina, what are through these doors?
Rooms for rent? I think all of them are currently occupied.
Do you think some of your attackers might be in them?
If my attackers were already here, I wouldn't have much need for you, would I?
Sumai just literally walks into the room that she was at initially.
Yes, that door
Checks
is
it out.
not locked. And that room seems to be like another kind of lounge. It's got a long table with many stools and chairs, and there are several large windows that overlook it down into the street.
Shemai, how's it looking there?
This is good. We've got a window outside to see anyone coming. We could easily barricade this room. We've got a big long table to set up a defensive perimeter. That's a start. Let's see what else is going on.
Tarina shouts out, "Why would we want to barricade this room? I want them in here."
Well, not barricade, just give us a more defensible position. Also, is she drinking or eating anything?
She has several empty cups of ale in front of her.
Okay, well, if any are full, I'm going to push those aside.
What are
No
you
more of
doing?
that. You need a clear mind, and you got to make sure that nobody's going to tamper with your food.
You need to mind your own damn business. She
Drink
picks-
this. I slide my cup to her.
What does it matter?
Because apparently protecting you is now our business. Knock it off.
No. You misunderstand. I don't need help protecting myself. I need some extra dummies to help me kill some other dummies.
Well, if we're those dummies, I suggest you do as you say, otherwise we might not be those dummies.
She just kind of shrugs.
Listen, if it makes you feel better, I'm sure Azimus would play more dice with you as long as we can relocate to a more private accommodation.
Like where? I mean, I've been playing dice up here because there's a choke point. They can only come in through the stairs.
That is a good point.
Yeah. Or windows, or, and I point to some of the other patrons,
What
they may
window?
already be here. In the other rooms, of course.
You do not think I recognize my old crewmates?
Can you hear me,
mind?
guys?
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
cool. I cut out for a second.
worries.
I was gonna say, is there anyone at the top of the stairs?
Sumahi has literally walked around the perimeter of the room, confirmed that every other door is locked, and is now standing at the top of the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go stand next to her and like stand there just watching, looking down the stairs, and kind of stand there with my shield, just kind of hanging out.
All right.
I'm gonna turn to this other table. Sounds like we're in for a bit of a scrap. I suggest you take your business downstairs. I apologize.
So the man and the woman sitting at this table, they look at each other. They look back at you. No, I think we're fine where we are.
I flashed the city business.
Yeah, okay. I have 30 golden dragons that Talia will die.
Are we betting?
If you would like.
Oh God, do I do it? No. No.
Come on.
So be it. And I
How much would you like to wager?
Which of these tokens is Talion?
She's marked.
the cat. She's not marked for us, I don't think.
Okay.
Is it this bearded dwarf?
Yes.
Oh,
All right, Tarina. There we go.
Doreen, there we go.
Now we can see it.
They must have fixed it since
Serena,
the last session.
do you know the halfling?
No. I mean, he's played dice before. I think his name is Brown Bug.
Now there's
Will anyone else please go downstairs?
The woman that you had played dice with earlier. No. Why? You just told us there's going to be this huge brawl happening up here. Why would we leave?
Dorina, may we please locate you into the next room until the rabble rousing begins?
Oh, stop it. How about we just play some more dice?
Very well. I'm gonna go down the stairs onto the lower level and watch for anyone coming towards the staircase, and be ready to dart back up in sign of.
I'm gonna pick up the halfling, which doesn't sound like it should be particularly challenging, and drag them down the stairs, unless there's a reason.
Put me down. Not chuck them. Peace out, son. Boom, 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 boom.
Time to go.
But I like it here. I don't want to go to school today.
She's definitely not taking no for an answer here. Do we need to have a contest yet?
No. They may be saying no, but they're not resisting. You can just
not really
drag them.
I let out a whistle across the bar. Constantine, a word, please.
Hang on, just let me put this away. And he goes away, puts his loot away. And why? What do you need?
Once he's within whispering earshot distance, we may have an issue, and I fill him in to tell us to all the details. We're expecting an attack. This is our only known way up or down. Tarina, the person we're looking for, is upstairs. She needs our help. taken out the issue, and then she'll tell us what we need to know. Yeah.
Alright, so the plan is kill some people who walk in, I suppose. Is that it?
Well, if it comes to that,
Alright, do you want another beer? Because how long did you say it was going to be? A couple hours?
most likely.
Right, I'm staying down here. If they go up, I suppose I'll walk up behind them and stab them in the back, maybe.
My eyes kind of wide. Constantine, you sly dog.
Oh, indeed I am, but let's just say I don't look forward too much to getting cut up too bad myself. If I look a bit inconspicuous down here, maybe I'll play on my lute a bit more. See how many tips I can get, although I doubt most of these people in here actually appreciate good music, and they'll say that.
Oh, I like your idea, and I'm gonna come down the stairs a little bit more and take a seat right here. Not to turn my back to the stairs, but to be
It helps
casually positioned right next to the staircase to watch. And I'll drink and I'll make merry with these folks, but I will hardly pay them any attention.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Adam, I'd like to do something. You there?
Straight.
All right. Alair would like to use his awaken ability, and just essentially, I can communicate with a person silently in their mind. And I just want to say, we are a serious group, and we will defend you, but there will be no double crosses. And as I say that, I'll into her. I don't believe with awakened mind she can respond to me, but she can definitely understand.
I think it does. I think Awaken Mind says, like, if you send them a message, they can respond. You don't need to share a language. You can communicate. Well, yeah, you can communicate. It's two ways.
All right.
Nifty.
So does she respond?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna feign drunkenness as
All right. She just kind of huffs. She's like, I don't. You guys are. This is ridiculous. Like, you're feigning drunkenness, but it's like, oh, I'm so lightheaded. You know, it's. I'm so inebriated right now.
I'm not dangerous at all.
Right. So,
Poke.
as you guys are making your preparations, you hear Skuna down at the door going through their spiel again. Break kneecap. And then a large group of humanoids enters the tavern.
I'm gonna cut my act and pay attention, but very nonchalantly.
How many are there? I'm standing at the window in that room overlooking the courtyard there. So I was curious,
you would have seen them
how
enter.
many did he just let in the door?
8.
8 of them?
8 in total.
All right.
I'm going to continue plucking away on my lute just to act nonchalant.
All right. They start looking around. You see one man. He kind of stands to the back and definitely, seems to be the one in charge. He makes a gesture, and you can see he holds up 3 fingers and flicks his hand off to the right, and 3 of the men kind of break off and move in that direction. And then the rest of the group tends to linger around on the first floor.
I'm gonna, once again, doing my awful performance, I'm gonna just lurch up the stairs before they start walking over. I just wanted to see them come in the door.
Sure. Yeah, they're like walking right behind you, following you up the stairs.
Sumahi has her bow out, strung, and with an arrow notched, and sees poor I missed that.
Okay.
More Italian coming up.
I'm just gonna raise my eyebrows at you, not say anything or make any noise, but raise my eyebrows at you as like a, hey, this might be it.
So here's what's going to happen. They start to walk up the steps. They round the corner and look up to the next flight of stairs, or they would see Sumai, weapon at the ready. They immediately duck back behind the wall, and they shout, "Ambush!" Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna ask, have they... Well, does it seem like they've noticed that I'm suspicious in any way, I suppose?
No. For all that they know right now, the threat is upstairs.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep playing on my loop.
Oh, son of a...
Dang, James.
Oh, yeah. Oh, crap, nice.
Yeah. I
didn't
thought I
even
had a
see that.
decent roll.
I seen the 22. I thought, oh, is that... Try to sing a sea shanty and see if I can calm them down a bit.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, Constantine. You have the first action in combat.
Seeing that things are gonna liven up a bit more, he's gonna start playing his lute a bit faster, as if kind of get a nice little beat going in the background, because it seems like this kind of happens a bit in here maybe, and a bit of entertainment isn't too much awry. Do you want me to make a performance check?
To what end?
Just to see if he's able to play very good or not.
That's... Yeah, sure. Why not?
12.
Alright, it is a thoroughly mediocre performance.
Okay. And that's it.
Alright, Talion?
I am going to guns out. It's go time to the others, and then I'm going to dart into this room out to the window to watch the front. Actually, I don't know if I can move that far. Hold on.
These are 5-foot squares.
Yep. I can get right about there. Ooh, I might try and slide the table next turn.
So, when you move into that room, looking out through the windows, you can see the street down below.
Yeah.
Sumai?
Can I hold my turn?
Okay.
I'm holding these stairs. If anybody comes up those stairs I don't recognize,
shoot him.
I have about 1 second to back away before I'll shoot them. they take a step up. They're gonna get one.
So hostile comes up the stairs, and I'll shoot him. Hilaire.
Okay. Let's see here. Alaire will move over here. And can I ready an action?
Yes.
Okay. Essentially doing what Sumahai is doing.
Alright, but you have to say what the action is.
Oh, I'll prepare Toll of the Dead for when I see somebody.
Alright, there you go. Yeah, in 5e, when you ready an action, you have to say, like, what the trigger is, and then what the action is.
Oh, okay, so once I see one of these attackers come up the stairs, I will use Toll of the Dead on them.
Okay. Perfectly good. Just something to consider in the future, right? When you ready a spell, you have to maintain concentration on it until it goes off. And if it's a leveled spell, you cast it, you use the spell slot, and then you hold it. And then if the trigger doesn't happen, it just is gone. You lose it. So, readying I know, this is just a cantrip. I'm just explaining for future reference.
Oh, definitely.
Alright, so Bandit's turn. Bandits, they know you're there. So the first guy is moving slowly, trying to creep around and get up to you. Unfortunately for him, he moves into your view, and that will provoke both of your readied actions.
Hey, sorry guys, I just tuned back in. Can you just catch me up to speed real quick? I missed like the last 5 minutes.
No. We're in combat.
Oh, okay.
Just got we are entering combat.
Shit's hitting the fan.
Yep.
Am I
Right
still
now.
holding ground at the top of the stairs?
Is
Yeah.
there a way for me to turn down the music?
Is it loud? I don't know.
It's really loud to me.
I don't even hear it.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
just turn down your individual browser volume.
yeah, it's quiet on my end.
All right, I'll try it on my.
Not too bad for me.
All right, readied actions.
Okay, so which of us goes first?
Doesn't matter. Just somebody
Alright,
do something.
Pardon me. How and what do I roll? Pretend I've never used roll 20 before. Thank you.
Well, on your character sheet, if you scroll to the center where it says attacks and spellcasting, you just click where it says longbow.
Got it.
There you go. 18 is a hit for 9. The arrow catches him, and you can see that he's quite wounded. But he is still advancing towards you. Elaire. You're gonna toll the dead?
Yes. Sorry, the delay is I'm desperately trying to turn down the music. I can barely hear anybody. All right, so. All right. Here's Toll the Dead. So I guess they'd have to make a wisdom save.
Remember, roll it from the front of your sheet.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, he fails to save. And you can see he clutches at his head and falls to the ground.
Nice.
However, his buddies step over his corpse and continue advancing. 15. Those two make it there. They will have an attack. The rest of them are too far away. They will be dashing to get up the stairs. $25, $30. I'll move the dead one out of the way. These two guys that you see there, they're not up on this level. They're down the stairs. So if you're standing at the top of the stairs, you would see them. Alright. Two guys in the front are going to attack. First one at Samahi. 22 versus AC.
That's a hit.
Alright, you're going to take 4 damage. If you click your token, the green circle is your hit points. You can just go -4 and hit enter, and it'll adjust it appropriately. Second one attacking Elaire. 6 will miss. And then you see Tarina jumps into action. She takes a step back. She pulls out a dagger and throws it towards the one in front of Elaire. She does not format it correctly. She's gonna use this. Why not? Yeah, I totally mean she ran up and slashed him. I'm too lazy to format the attack, so I'm just gonna do this. Dude downstairs he is going to move forward, kind of standing behind all of his men. And then you see him pull out a dagger and a scimitar, wielding one in each hand, as he glares at the commotion coming from the second floor. Constantine.
How dangerous does he look?
Compared to what? A flump? Not very.
To me.
I will let you make your own judgment.
Where is that bandit, Captain?
He's killed some people.
Downstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna keep strumming on my lute this turn. I'm gonna hold off one more. That'll be me.
Italian.
Alright, seeing all this commotion come down before I could even get to the window, turn and let's make sure I can. That'll hit. I'm going to use sharpshooter to make a sharpshooter attack with the -5 penalty.
Yep.
To hit on that bandit there.
All right, let's see it.
So 13. No, sorry, that'd be a 12. Yeah, 12 to hit.
12 is a hit.
All right, it's a +10 to the damage. I don't know why it linked a dex save. That shouldn't be a dex. There shouldn't be a dex save. Oh, it's for the no. It shouldn't be for the fire.
Well, you're. I don't think those are formatted right.
No, they're not. It should be just 1d10. No, there should be no fire damage.
Well, what is whiz +2?
The +2 is the archery bonus. You get +2 with attack
'cause
rolls
you're
to
a
make
fighter.
ranged
Got it.
weapons.
Okay.
And then I'm not proficient, so I don't get the proficiency bonus yet.
Right. Okay.
So it should be 18, not fire. I took rid of that. I'm sorry. I got rid of that.
It's okay. I might have to show you how to format for sharpshooter later. All right, but pow!
Gotcha.
Dead bandit. Not that one. That's the good one.
There we go.
All right, done.
Yep.
Umai.
Sumahi is going to kick the fellow who just came up the stairs and stabbed her square in the chest as hard as she can and try to knock him down the stairs into all of the fellows behind him.
Nice.
What roll is that? That one I don't know.
Well, that would be a shove.
Right.
What you're describing.
Sounds like a
Yes.
crap.
So a shove,
Yes.
it uses your attack action, and it is a contested check. Your strength or athletics by their dexterity or acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
So yeah, on your sheet you would just click athletics if you're proficient, or just straight strength. Wow. Okay, so on a shove, if you're successful, then you can either push that person back 10 feet or knock them prone. I'm not going to roll because they can't beat you. They have 0 mod. So shove them back 10 feet. I'm asking.
You tell me. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That was the goal.
All right.
Clearly.
So he cannot move 10 feet because they're all jammed up here on the stairs. So what's going to happen instead is he kind of stumbles into the one behind him, and it knocks the 2 of them prone.
Excellent. Do I have additional movement at this point?
You can still move, but I mean, you are in engagement. He's prone, so you might be a little bit safer, but
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely moving around the corner here.
cool. Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
and yeah.
Where you go? Oh yeah, you're still
Sorry,
next to him.
Yep.
You're good. All right. Finished?
I'm still where? Sorry. Yeah. My bad.
All right. Elaire?
Hilaire? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a question. From the second floor here, you see the banner that's going along the stairs on the second floor?
Yes.
Can you see over that? I mean, is the stairway covered, or can you just see?
No, it's not. It's not covered.
Okay,
The banner, it's like slatted, so it doesn't provide any cover. You can see through it.
All right.
That's why there's not a line of sight
So
barrier
the
there.
guy in front of me is prone, right?
Yes.
If I moved out of his range, would he still get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, but it would be at disadvantage since he's attacking from prone.
Okay. Alright. I will use my action to disengage. And I will move 5, 10, 15, 20 over here. Now, the idea is that I'll be able to use some sort of range attack over the side of that, over the side of the banister.
Sure.
Is that something I could do?
Yes.
Okay. So that's my turn.
All right. The bandits. Before they take their turn, just want to clarify, this is not adjacent here, because he's down below you on the stairs coming up.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
That I have a ranged perch where that I can hit them, but they can't.
These guys, they will stand up.
Question.
What?
Is Asmus in this? Because although I'm AFK at the moment because of what we talked about, I can still say what he does.
No, you hadn't rolled initiative. You're still downstairs? No, you're right there.
No, he's at the table.
He's at the table.
I was just standing at the top of the stairs with my shield ready.
Yeah, you're just going to try and
Have
stand
access
in.
to my character sheet?
Please don't interrupt. Yes, I do.
Okay.
But I mean, are you AFK or are you not AFK?
I am away from the computer, but I am tuned in and I can say what I do.
Okay.
But if that's too difficult, then I can just wait. I'll be back to the computer in like 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we'll just wait for you to return.
Okay.
All right. The bandits are taking their turn, and they're going to move only at 15 feet because they were prone. I'll move the dead ones so that they're not clogging up space.
Yep.
20, 30. And then this guy way at the bottom of the steps, he can't go anywhere, he's just gonna stop. Alright. These guys in the back line, they pull out light crossbows, and they're going to take aim. This guy here in the corner is going to fire at Talion. This guy at Elaire.
He's not in my way.
No, they are.
Okay.
Alright. It still doesn't mean he doesn't have line of sight.
Gotcha.
And 19.
Yes, sir, that hits.
Yeah, even with the partial cover, you're still taking 6.
Yep.
Then at Elaire. Oh my god.
Damn.
Alright, I guess this is how it's gonna go, huh?
Yeah. Is that 6 damage?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The two bandits here and there, one is attacking Sumahi, the other is attacking Tarina. Sumahi, they miss. Tarina, also a miss. At which point Tarina will retaliate, whirling around and attacking the one with the crossbow. And missing. it is at this point 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. The captain is able to make it to the top of the stairs. He stands with his weapons drawn at the ready and will take the dodge action. Constantine.
Okay, seeing that basically everybody has gone up, I am now going to kick my arse into gear and start to head up the stairs. So you'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right at the bottom of the stairs. And can I see up?
Yes. I'm going to put you over here, behind him. He's on the floor above. You're still at the base of the stairs down below.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Distant Whispers on the bandit captain,
Alrighty.
which is a wisdom save.
He fails, taking 12, and he has to immediately run away, which, Sumahi, you are adjacent, so that will provoke an opportunity attack. Unfortunately for you, he is dodging, so it will be with disadvantage.
So I click on disadvantage.
Yep, and then click the roll.
Am I in a position to fire the longbow at this point, or am I? Have I?
The longbow
needed
is
to
in
switch
your
over to
hands, isn't
melee?
it? Well, you still have the longbow in your
Yes.
hands. That's what you would attack with. You're already at disadvantage though, so it's
Yeah.
not like it matters, right?
Yeah. Either way. Okay.
All right, Kerpow. 17 is a hit.
High rolls all around tonight.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
And then I have to check Dissonant Whispers.
He has to run directly away from me, I believe it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
but how far? As far as its speed allows. As far as its speed allows.
Well, is Constantine downstairs still?
Yes, but
I've
he has 0 movement left for the round. That is why he ended there.
Okay.
But, wait, no, we'll say 5. There we go. Because he had to provoke the op. And there we go. Least amount of actions to make it good.
And then that shall be me.
Talion.
DM, would you say the bandit captain looks very different than the rest of the bandits?
Yes.
I mean, clearly the picture does. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can deem he's probably in charge. Or
Yes.
I'm going to shoot at him again, and with sharpshooter, I for half cover and 3/4 cover.
I'm aware.
I don't know if they count. But I'm gonna go ahead and make another sharpshooter attack.
With disadvantage, he is dodging.
Gotcha. I think I made the thing work correctly.
Okay, -3. Yep, you got it. So 15 is still a hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Well, would the 8 be my disadvantage roll?
Oh, you rolled twice. There
Sorry,
I
should
just
be
accidentally wrote twice. So.
there should be a toggle at the top of your sheet. Just
Yes, sir.
click. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So 8. I'm sorry. That is not a miss. That is not a hit.
Copy. I'm gonna use my movement to kind of move just to the side of the sight, but I can lean around it if I need to.
All right. All right. You're back.
Yes,
Avernus?
All right. Go ahead. Take your turn.
Okay, so the situation right now is there's just a bunch of bandits at the top of the stairs that I can see.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will, the closest one to me, I'm just going to, actually, first I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself. So a kind of golden shield kind of forms around Avernus, and then I'm going to run up to the closest guy to me and make an attack with my spear. On this guy here, I guess.
Yep. For reference, Tarina, our friend, has the pink dot.
Okay. Right. So make an attack with the spear. One-handed.
15 is a hit for 7.
All right. Stab.
Sumahi.
Nah, I'll just hold my position right there in front of him. And that's my turn.
Sumahi?
Mahi is wounded and does not like having this many people this close to her, especially holding a longbow. She's got a move of 30. Does that mean I can move 30 feet? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, but if you move away from the bandit right in front of you, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Got it. I'm gonna be okay with that. Choice in the matter, so I think I'm better off doing so.
Alright.
And it's 5 feet per
Per square, yeah.
been moving diagonally.
Yep, there's no penalty for diagonal moves.
5, 10, 15. Oh, screw it. I'm just gonna jump up and go and literally jump over the table and land myself there.
Alright, he is able to stick you as you run, hitting you for 2 slashing.
Good old poke in the butt as you run.
Yep. So, from your new position, what is your action?
The fellow who just stabbed me is going to get a little of his own. I'm not at disadvantage, right?
Nope. That it will miss.
Finally. Wah wah.
Alrighty. You there?
All right. I think I'm gonna the bandit that's right in front of Avernus, the one with the red dot on him.
Yes.
He's injured, right?
Yes, the red dot automatically appears when a unit is below 50% health. That signifies that they are bloodied and noticeably damaged.
Awesome. Okay. I will attempt to use Toll of the Dead on him. Alright. So, is that alright?
Yeah, just do it. Ooh, a fail, and they take the full 12 and fall over dead.
Right.
Is that a regular bandit or a captain?
Bong. Oh, that was just a regular bandit. The captain is the dude who's in the center of that group there.
I'm out of vision of everything.
Oh, okay. He's got a different icon.
Okay, the bandits will take their turn now. The two that are next to Tarina are both going to attack her. First one has a scimitar and
That
misses.
is why they're here.
The second one, holding the hand crossbow, he actually just drops it to the ground, leaving it on the stones as he draws his scimitar as well. And misses. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 12 is a hit. After which it will be Tarina's turn. She is going to dodge and try to defend herself from the oncoming attacks. Although next is the captain, and he looks at her and he says, "You'll pay for the mutiny, you rot wench!" As he, remember, holding a scimitar and a dagger, he is going to unleash a flurry of attacks against her.
Oh god.
Dodging. Yeah. So there's the first attack, and now I'm going to toggle it like a smart guy. Oof.
That's never good.
Second slash cuts her,
Yeah, that,
and then he reaches out with his offhand to try and stab her with the dagger. 7 is a miss. Constantine.
Alright. Is the leader still in my vision?
No, from your position at the bottom of the stairs, he's moved away.
Okay, he's gonna go ahead and move on up.
Right.
15 feet.
Yep, once you get to there, you would be able to see him there.
And he's gonna go ahead and, for a second time, use Dissonant Whispers.
16 save, so he will take half damage.
5 points damage. And... Feck. Yep, that's me. Oh, he will drop down his loot and draw his rapier, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Moving right back into the open real quick, peeking around the door. I'm going to make a quick regular shot. Oh, really?
Oof.
Okay. Oh, I still get disadvantage on that, correct?
No, he just took his turn. He attacked. Doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
7.
Well, that'll miss. I will move back behind the door again.
I love that in the chat box it actually says.
It says what?
Yeah.
It says Lady in Love.
Oh yeah. I had to type him in. So.
Esimus.
Okay. Can I look at Tarina? Is she looking pretty rough? How's she looking?
Well, she has switched from attacking to defending, and you can see that she has several wounds, and she is losing a lot of blood.
Okay, I'm going to hold out my hand and cast Healing Word on her as a bonus action.
Sure.
Okay, so... do I just click the spell to do that, or do I just have to type in...
On the front of your page, spells that have attacks or healing dice that they need to roll, they'll be on the front.
Okay. Yes, there it is. At level 1.
There you go.
Alright, so healing her for 6 points, and then I'm going to run up to this guy here and make another attack with my spear.
Well, we'll hit.
Alright, 5 points piercing. And that will end my turn.
Tsumahi.
A little bit of cover and is very happy to. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Okay. And has the fellow that Azimus just took a whack at and says, they just took damage. Let's see if we can finish them off.
Ooh.
Do.
All right. The arrow hits him center mass, and he doubles over and takes his last breath.
Nice teamwork.
Teamwork on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hilaire.
1, 2, 3.
So if I attempt to attack the captain from here, would he have partial? Would I be at disadvantage to have to go through one of his flunkies here?
Where did that bandit come from?
Oh my god!
No idea.
He was right on his shoulder.
I think he was supposed to be downstairs because you had them all lined up.
That's fine. We'll just put him over there. Nope. There.
Oh. Well, shit. That's
he's been dodging in the middle of this. In the middle, he doesn't know what to do. Where do I go? What do I do, boss?
He drank a potion of gaseous form.
No, but I looked at the health bar above your token, and there was another health bar under it. I'm like, what the heck?
Double dipping in life, boy.
Well, see, what happened here was you had all the bandits
I understand.
listed, lined up down the stairs, and I moved my guy on top of him.
Take your
knowing that he was
turn.
below me on the first floor, so I accidentally hit him. Sorry about that. So from, I guess, that dude, he's about 10 feet away from me, I'm going to do the the cantrip was the Eldritch Blast on him. Give me 1 second. Go. Eldritch Blast on him. Alright.
Hey.
Yeah. Great hit.
Damn. Lightning lances
Nice.
out. Hits him.
Ooh, a little electroshock therapy.
All right, bandits. So we have one here in the corner with the crossbow, one here with the scimitar, and this guy standing confused. What do I do? So this guy, he's going to get out of the room with all of the big scary people that are shooting him. He's gonna run in here, and he sees another guy hiding around the corner. Ah!
Oh no!
Ooh!
As he runs here, son of a!
Yeah. Alright, Talion, he slashes at you for 5 damage.
Oh, ouch!
Okay. Other guy here attacking Tarina.
I am downed.
Whew. Yes, all of you hear a thud, and you can see Talion's hat rolls into the doorway.
Oh no.
Shit.
Second one with the crossbow turns and fires at Sumahi, hiding behind the table. Definitely misses. Tarina is going to disengage, running away. 20. Oh. And around the corner. As she stares down the bandit that just took out Talion.
Help, Mom.
The bandit captain. Where are you going? You cannot escape. I'ma kill all of your friends and then I'll gut you. As he steps towards Azimus and begins to swing. Not with disadvantage. What's your AC with? Is 20 with Shield of Faith?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, it is 20
Okay.
with Shield of Faith.
Miss, and miss.
Just bounces off the energy shield.
Constantine.
Okay, Constantine is going to go ahead and cast Green Flamed Blade and take a whack at this guy standing just directly in front of him there enough.
Excellent.
Oh, he'll move up there just because.
Oh no, why? Why would you lock
so
yourself
stab
up?
out with his rapier on the one on the left,
10
and
will miss.
and that will be him.
Talion is down. Make a death save, please.
Death save.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Azimus.
All right. I kind of just yell, "Someone help Talion!" And then I'm going to. Oh gosh. I think I'll just attack him with my spear.
14 is a miss. He sneers and laughs. Ha ha!
Do I have anything else I can do? Let me make sure. No.
Sumai.
No, that's fine.
Right. Who's next? Oh, the guy with the wonderful little red thing on his head is next. Let's get him. Let's get him. Come here, little boy. Ah!
Nope.
Ooh.
Hilaire. Your only hope.
All right. All right. So the bandit who ran in the other room, he's still alive. Right?
Yeah, you can see him right there.
Okay. All right. I will move here. And pulling out the big guns now. I'm going to use Witch Bolt on the captain.
Ooh, alrighty.
Yeah. He's within 30 feet of me, so I can...
Roll. Roll! Roll! Roll!
I clicked it. Did it come up on the screen?
No.
Do it again. Did it do it?
Still
Oh.
Definitely clicking on it.
It's okay. Close your character sheet.
Close it entirely?
Yes, Witch Bolt has other properties at higher levels. You should see a box on your screen that says input value, cast at what level.
Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, first level. Submit.
Woo!
That's nice.
Beautiful.
All right, so
Boom,
you
baby.
hit him with it, and there is a blue arc of lightning that is connecting you to him.
And it's continuous, too.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
So would it proc again next turn, or?
Oh,
you,
it's
you
just
have to
gonna
use
be
your
next
action.
turn. Unless
Ah.
somebody hits me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. So you're concentrating on Witch Bolt, and then as long as you maintain concentration, as an action, you can just do another D12. All right, and the bandit. Oh, where do we have? We have these two here. We have this one. No, not her. This one. So he's gonna run forward. He's gonna attack Serena. Die! Heh! Oh. As this bandit runs forward, you see that he has killed a second one of your comrades as Tarina falls to the ground.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Here
well, bugger.
we go. These two. This one, he still has a crossbow, and he's going to fire at Constantine with disadvantage because he's not smart enough to put it away. Hell. Second one, though, has a scimitar. He's going to try to get you. And cuts
definitely
you
hit.
for 2.
Right on.
Serena's dead. I'm going to remove her from the tracker. So old Deadeye here, he's going to once again try to assault Azimus through their mystical shield. There it is. All right, so Azimus going to take 4.
Alrighty.
All right, and you'll need to make a cons check for your Shield of Faith because it is a concentration spell, isn't it? Yep.
Yes, it is.
Just in the middle of it. We're in the middle of a fight too, so. Role playing? Yeah.
They-
It was
All right,
what, 5
that's a
people?
pass.
We're all like
Hey,
doing our
can
thing.
you mute your mic, please? All right, Constantine.
Sorry.
He is going to look at the bandit captain and cast Toll the Dead. It is a wisdom save.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and roll the damage. In case this is at the captain,
Yeah.
right?
This is the captain, yeah.
DC 13.
Just fails. It just fails. DC spell save 14, sorry.
All right. Was that all?
Yeah, that'll be him.
Italian?
Death save.
Ooh. Those keep a track. That's a fail and a pass.
Yep.
Azimus.
Did I see her go down in the other room?
No, she's around the corner.
Oh. Does he have connection issues or something?
Yeah. All right, it's miss. Done. Sumai.
All right, now. Sorry about that. My kids just came home, so they're now watching the battle ensue. She is going to stay behind the table and to take another aim at the captain. Oh yeah.
I hit for 6. Yeah. You there?
Okay, I'm going to continue my the damage
What
from the
heck
Witch
is going
Bolt
on?
captain. Do I just roll a d12?
Yep, D12. For zap. And then the bandits. Alright, still 3 of them. This guy's going to come out of the door. The other 2 can't move. Let's do this one here first. Going to try and slash at Elaire. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh no. What have I down?
Yes, sir. There goes the witch bolt. Alright, after...
You were officially not kidding when you said that this was a deadly first.
This
thing.
isn't even the part, man. This is...
Yeah.
I
Alright.
heard there's something way worse.
This one here, still crossbow, because he's dumb. Take this, Constantine? Nope. How about this? Nope.
Okay.
And then the actual bandit captain attacking Azimus through the shield. Wow. And then, after you take your 4th con save, watch, he'll drop it and I'll drop another person.
You're running short on people to drop at this point.
Oh, look! It's like I'm psychic. So, Shield of Faith dissipates. Panic sets in. He misses.
Oh, thank God.
Twice!
Oh!
Constantine.
Okay.
Help him out, Twitch!
Oh, I can do it. Just give me 2 seconds.
Save the day, gentlemen.
I'm trying to save the day, but it just ain't working. I think I'm gonna take the dodge action and just try to keep these 2 pinned down. And that'll be me.
Italian.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh god.
it's coming.
Ooh. That's not a really good start.
Is that bad?
Azimus.
It's quite bad.
Alright, big money, no whammies.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Ooh, alright. So, reaches out with the spear, catches the captain right in the gut. He grabs it, stares at you for a moment as he falls to the ground.
Oh, thank God.
Go.
Healing word on Elaire. Let's see it. For 6.
Woohoo!
Tsumahi?
So I get 6 hit points back. That's tapping,
Oh,
right?
nope. He says he doesn't have spell slots. Oh, yeah. He cast Shield of Faith and another healing word earlier. Alright. Tsumahi?
So no spell slots?
So that's what that means when it
that
says
did
all
not-
slots expended then.
Deal then.
Okay.
Yeah, there are hopes up there.
Alrighty, that being the case, I just watched Elaire go down, and Sumahi is going to quickly turn and fire at the bandit who just took down our lightning bolting Wizard of Doom.
Dude, this bandit is MVP. He took down 3 people.
Seriously,
I know.
he is really on a roll.
Honestly.
Damn, are you
Oh.
sure he's not an assassin?
Why isn't he the
Hey,
captain?
hey,
Like,
MVP.
honestly.
Eat my longbow.
Hey, and he's dead. The
Oh,
arrow
yes.
pierces through and pins him to the wall.
Woo! Sumahai, my hero.
Sumai, the assassin slayer.
Two down.
There,
we
make
go.
a death save.
Oh.
Ooh.
How do I do that again?
Middle of your sheet, above your hit points. There should be a section where it says death saves. You'll see all the little boxes. You just click where it
Boxes,
says
yeah,
death
it's
save.
Below hit points.
Oh, so I just hit death save.
Yep. Everything is clickable. Alright. It's a fail.
I'm assuming I failed.
Yes, yes. 2 bandits. Constantine, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get
I'm gonna get you.
you.
I am
Ha! Nope. Wait. Nope. And then this guy, he's getting it's been 3 rounds. He's got 2 brain cells to rub together. He drops his crossbow and grabs his scimitar.
Yeah,
And
I'm
misses.
gonna get you. That's what you
He's
wanna
been
hear
trying
from
to do that for an hour.
Constantine.
All right, I'm gonna have to try this. I have to move. I have to start moving and head towards Talion to try stabilizing. So, not gonna disengage. Just gonna walk straight out of it to there.
Alright, so 1 op attack. Misses.
Which is a miss, and then again for 10 feet.
Miss.
Just yep. 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm gonna try stabilize Talion.
Alright, medicine check.
Medicine. I'm not. Come on.
Dodging.
10.
10 is a pass. He is stabilized. Don't clear your saves, but you no longer are
Okay.
required to roll them. And as long as you don't get injured further, you are no longer in danger of dying.
And then finally, I'm gonna stand in the doorway with the last 5 feet of movement and keep watch, basically.
Excellent.
Damn,
So,
is that 1 point of health then?
no, you're still
No,
at 0.
just unconscious.
Oh, I'm still at 0. Okay,
It
gotcha.
just means you don't have to roll death saves.
As
Copy
miss. I just described it.
All right, I'm back on voice. So I'm going to, seeing all of this, I'm going to blast a sacred flame at this guy here. And they roll for that.
Oh,
Dang.
Oh, it's a dex save. Okay. All right. Saber sucks.
Ninja
well.
bandit.
That do not have any other bonus actions, so that is my turn. Actually, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, and just kind of like hold position, like with my shield up over Alaire's body, just kind of like protecting it.
Okay. Sumahi.
All right. Continuing the cover fire. The nearest bandit looks like they're honing in on the rest of my fellows here, so I'm going to fire at the one not in the corner. Yes.
Ooh.
Ha, ha, ha.
That is a
Eat my
dead bandit.
flaming arrow.
You were rocking it.
This is not-
Sumahi, the Avenger.
Hilaire.
This is not the day she was expecting to have. Let's say that.
Death save.
hey.
That's good.
All right. The last bandit. All of you guys are on the far side of the room. He looks around. All my friends are dead. He is going to dash and run down the stairs. 30. And then another 30. Puts him out the door. You guys can hear him, and if you look out the window, you can see him on the street below.
All right, nice.
We can go through initiative, but does anybody want to pursue him, or are you just gonna let him go?
I was thinking about going to the window and seeing if I could see him.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I was going to go to the window and see if I could.
Yeah, that was the description. If you look out the window, you can see him on the street below.
Okay. If I see him, then I'm going to try and just Sacred Flame him when it's my turn to do so.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
actually,
Constantine's
no,
turn.
Yeah, I'll make sure that he's stabilized first before I do anything, and then I'm going to move out of the way. And that'll be me.
Okay, so there's a second medicine. Italian is stable. Azimus is going to run to the window and Sacred Flame. Let's see it.
All right.
Through the window.
Whoops! Did I do something?
He failed to save.
Fire.
1 damage, and not enough to kill him. You just singed his hairs a little bit.
A little love tap.
And don't you come back!
What about you, Sumahi?
I was gonna run toward the stairs, but knowing what's going on there, I think I'm pretty much gonna stop the chase here. The combat.
Okay, yeah. Well, you were the last
Let's-
turn, because then he goes next. He continues to dash. He gets down the road and out of sight.
Totally okay.
All right, the bard became the battle medic.
I kicked the bandit captain's corpse. Punk.
All right.
Avernus just kind of stabs him to make sure he's dead.
They
just
are
before
definitely dead.
Very, very dead.
Just before you start going mutilating the corpses, do you think we should maybe pick these guys up? They're looking a bit groggy here.
Aye, agreed. I can use. Let me make sure. Yeah, healing hands as an action. I can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to my level, so that's 1 point. But I'm going to just walk up to Talion.
You're paladin,
and
right?
heal him.
Or
I'm a cleric.
Asmus? Okay.
I'm a cleric.
Asimar. You have like a healing pool, don't they?
I thought he had lay on hands. All right, so but healing hands, it's 1 creature up to 3, right?
No, it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 1 creature, 3 hit points.
up to 3.
Well, okay. Well, Talion's stable. You restore him to health, and we need to start wrapping up. What else would you like to do in this room?
Sumahi
He
was.
said he was going to do that on Talion and increased layers of this. Would I still be down?
We still have wounded people, right?
Yeah. He's still making saves. I just ended the tracker.
Okay.
So Talion is
Got it.
stable.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Going to check the body of the person most likely to have some sort of healing, and that would probably be the captain. So she's doing a very quick look over his body with an eye towards potions or where like a potion
Again,
pouch
we're
or something,
wrapping
something of
up.
that
So
nature.
I'm just we're searching the
Yep.
bodies.
Yep.
In the captain's
Yep.
vest is a pouch containing several coins. He also has several gold necklaces and a golden ring. Here we go. I'm just gonna copy and paste it in chat, and you guys can write it down.
I want to make note of it for either next time or. So I would like to try and make a medicine check and see if I can Tarina as long as am awake or.
She is dead.
Gotcha.
Oh,
NPCs don't make saves; they just die.
Gotcha.
all that for no info.
Hey, does anybody mind if I just wear those bits of jewelry for a while, just for the flashy purposes? We'll sell them eventually. He likes to look nice.
Should probably concern that next time.
Sounds like a very good way to start the conversation next time.
All right. I think that's just gonna be it. We're gonna end. Party still in the tavern, picking up everything. It's not a rest, so we shouldn't be rolling hit dice.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just leave the game state just like it is, and then we'll come back for What do you mean it was at what level 1 this? You're supposed to be at level 1.
I'm confused.
Oh, no.
All right.
Well, I think we had some fun bit of role play in there.
All right, everyone. That's it for me. I am going to take off for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, make sure you hit that follow button. If you haven't already, make sure you join us in the Discord. That's where we organize all our games. It's where you need to be. And hopefully I see you next time. Bye.